I find it's very hard to make connections and friends as an adult, and social media often doesn't help. Though, in this case, it came in clutch for me and 6 others, and this is the simple story of how I decided to go on a hike with strangers. Kaz, a nature enthusiast and organising god, won a sponsorship of sorts of a brand online, leading her to post on Facebook requesting some strangers to join her on a multi-day hike through Tasmania's walls of Jerusalem. I saw this Facebook post and had been wanting to go on this hike in particular for a while. Like the 4 other ladies that joined me, this entailed meeting up with Kaz, her partner, the photographer, and each other as 6 strangers at the base of the hike. Day 1 of the hike, on the Friday, I picked up Charlie, who had never been on a full-day hike, let alone an overnight hike. Together we drove to the meet-up location and talked for 2 hours about all the bits and bobs that was going to happen ahead. We met Bron, Carly and Wayne, plus Kaz and Andy, the organisers, once we arrived. Most of us had some form of exposure to overnight hiking or at least day hikes and knew what form of mayhem we might encounter, but Carly was in the same boat as Charlie and had also never been on an overnight hike. So both of them were very, very unfamiliar with the packs in particular. It can be really daunting to meet a bunch of strangers, and there is always some form of risk, but this went so well, and while we met as strangers, we definitely left knowing a lot about each other after 3 days of talking and walking and puffing. Walls of Jerusalem, day 1. I think we still got 3.5 kilometres to the hut. Not a bad walk though. And there's the rest of the ladies up there. Wild dog camp up there. We just walked past the first campsite that you can stay up, and behind me there's the nipple or bum bluff, and that's Cradle Mountain over there. Still got a fair bit to go. I think we've got like another few kilometres still to where we're camping for the night. Biggest day I think is today. We're still on the grind. At the end of day 1, after we were setting up our tents, I got a really bad headache and I took my first aid pack out of my kit and left it on the tent pad to take some Panadol. Unfortunately, a corrawong had flown past while I was taking a nap and actually took it. I heard it fly up, and then the first aid kit was just gone. I couldn't find it again, so some corrawong was really disappointed, I'm sure. This is Charlie and I's little campsite for night 1. We're just cooking up tea. Just recovered from a mad headache. But yeah, really, really nice view. Look at our little matching tents, so cute. And then Kaz is over there, and all the other guys are just through the trees through there. It's like 5:40 in the morning, and we're hiking up to the tops of Mount Jerusalem. We're trying to get sunrise, but it kind of disappeared really bad, like real quickly. And my eyes are really puffy because we didn't sleep very well last night because it was cold and noisy and uncomfortable. Smile, everybody. got I got apple cinnamon, she's got raspberry, we got some tea, some oat milk, the peak in the background, and it's sensational. It's so pretty. Stunning. Jumper on today, a little bit chillier. Day 2 just setting out. We've only got 5 kilometres today. Already did the summit for Mount Jerusalem this morning. And yeah, chugging along. We'll be staying at Lake Adelaide tonight. I'm excited. Same. We love moss. Moss is sick. Moss is really sick. Oh, Jesus. Giving peace, is it?
And not fighting for my life.
Unlike yesterday with the massive hill. Walls of Jerusalem's is a 28-kilometre loop that takes 2 to 3 days to complete. There's 2 trails that go off the main track. One of them is King Solomon's Throne and the other is the summit to Mount Jerusalem itself. Hi. Just had some lunch and now we're continuing on. Bit of truck maintenance going on. Day 2 was rather hot, and as there was only 5 kilometres to do, we weren't in a major rush, so we decided to go for a bit of a swim in the Tarns, and they certainly cooled us down. Okay. Ooh. Okay. How squishy do you reckon the floor is going to be?
Good job. How cold is it?
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Not that bad?
Not that bad. Yay! Yay! You made it look so nice. Yeah. Oh no, a little bit wet. Yeah, that was nice. Well, I thought I'd be colder now, but honestly I'm pretty good temperature. On day 2 we reached the Lake Adelaide campsite fairly early, around lunchtime, so Bron, Carly and myself went for a second swim in the lake. Got some hot drinks, everyone's set up. Some people are asleep. And we're about to go for a second little swim. What are you guys having for tea? Don't know. Chicken in a soup! Beef pasta. Yeah! Time to cook our final meal. Well, not breakfast, but. Should I use my fork to stir? It's so pathetic. I love it.
Mackenzie's looking quite sad.
It is looking. Yeah, that's why I tied that rope onto
That
it.
smells good.
It does. It looks a little bit
Bring more water.
misleading, but. Do you like my fork?
Yeah! I do.
It's so hilarious. I made this fork, and I'm gonna eat my tea with said fork. But it's not very much at a time. Charlie, it looks like, where's Wally?
Yes!
And then we have the blue being over here. But Bron looks normal.
Yeah. Back sick.
Clouds are going so quickly.
It's warm this morning.
It is.
It's warm.
It's the calm before the storm.
No.
It is the calm before the storm.
No.
But that's okay.
Oh, there was another peg. I knew it was in there somewhere. Oh, there's two more. Jesus Christ. Oh, this one's a stick. No wonder I didn't see that one. Final day 3. We're leaving. Charlie's really sad about it.
I'm sad, guys.
She is really sad. We're just leaving the first camp, or the last campsite, sorry. And it's meant to rain, so you'll probably get a lovely video of us all looking like soggy otters.
Soggy otters.
Bye bye campsite.
Bye,
The crew's all in. Yay! Fresh logs, like you see all the sawdust and everything still. They haven't quite put the wire on yet, so luckily it's not too slippery. Oh my god, I'm not very balanced. Yeah, pretty lucky. It's quite boggy through here. And this stuff here, can't exactly remember what it's called, but that takes 40 years to regrow if it's stemmed down, so they put the tracks in to try to keep us off that. But yeah. And we've reached the end of the new boardwalk. Back to the bog. Windy today. You can see how fast the clouds are moving. It's meant to rain, I think.
we go.
And look, we have made it back to Trapper's Hut. I think we got like, what do you say, like 2 kilometres left? Yeah. 2k left. Everyone's having a little break. Yeah. Next time you think to yourself, you'd have to be crazy to want to do something spontaneous with strangers, maybe take the chance. You might even see some pretty sights and meet some friends. And just like that, we're done! We're done! And a special shout out to a couple of other YouTube channels that have really inspired me to do things like this. People like Bo Miles and Yes Theory are always out there doing crazy things in the world and promoting friendliness and meeting with people and making connections, and that's what really made me want to do this.